a conversation between a Cowboys fan and a Patriots fan, and in true, fashion of these fandoms, it's going to be one person just talking directly at the other, and then the other person will have their turn, and no one will listen to each other. It's like a true Cowboys.
We will not
and
in
Patriots
any way. We won't in any way address what the other one is saying. It'll be one person rants with the Cowboys for 5 minutes, one rants with the Patriots for 5 minutes, and you guys get to listen.
Yeah,
you get to listen to me regurgitate sports media takes that I hear from my local radio station.
So do you want to go?
No.
Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
What do you want to do, Jared? Do you want to go first?
I kind of don't. I don't want to go first.
Actually. I'll go first. I'm going first then.
Perfect. Okay, first. So you let me know when you're going to go. I got the timer right here. Okay.
Okay. You know what? We're gonna wait. I'm gonna stall for 10 seconds so I can sync up with the time that we're recording, so I can have it all synced. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Now. Okay. So Patriots, massive loss, right? And not one, obviously, even for the Patriots playoff picture, right? We were all expecting this. This is the Bills. We're kind of you got to expect this to an extent. I would not have called the Patriots to win this game, but the way they lost was pretty devastating. The fact that it wasn't close, just the whole situation of the game. Watching it, it's a primetime game. Everyone saw it. Watching it was just not good. The Bills' run game being a big piece of this. I'm going to go through my notes. The Bills' run game on a Patriots defense that's supposed to be so good. I was surprised they were running that well for a team I didn't think would run that well. I know they, traded for a running back by the trade deadline. And I know from the Colts, I think Hines or something. But still, a lot of rushing, and not even Josh Allen running. Like, obviously, the Josh Allen running factor. I mean, like, their ground game was going pretty well. So time of possession. And this was before the Bills really blew it open. Obviously, once they blow it open, the defense gets tired. So this was like the start of the game. Like this is not. We're not talking garbage time running being easy. I think. Oh, here's the big point. Mac Jones. I do not think Mac Jones is the problem. I know there's a lot of talk about this. I think the problem, is the right. It's not. I'm not saying it's not a problem. Maybe whether he is a problem or not, I don't know. But he's certainly not the solution. I know, I'll give you that. But I don't think he's the problem. If I were to list, I was thinking about this. If I were to list the top 3 problems with this team, I don't think Mac Jones is one of them. That doesn't mean he's not a problem, but I don't think he's top 3. Offensive coaching, not look. It's what everyone's talking about, right? And Matt Patricia, they got defensive guy and special teams guy, 2 failed head coaches who just like pooped all over their respective teams, the Lions and the Giants. Oh, both of them. They're the 2 dudes coaching offense. We got defensive coordinator, failed Lions head coach when he had Matthew Stafford, no less. We got him rocking the Patriots play calling, and it shows. I remember I texted you this. This is what the Patriots offensive would be like. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10. Give me a halfback screen that fails, batted down. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Give me a wide receiver, like sweep around past 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, has to like run. This dude has to run on the play. This dude being their cornerback. They got a nickel back out there. He's got to go run, and he gets 2 yards on this catch. Okay, great. And then give me a 6-yard out route that wouldn't even pass the chains if it completed. That's what I want. Next drive. Okay, what happens next drive? Give me 2-yard inside run. No, not even 2 yards. Give me 1 yard inside run. Let's follow it up. Same exact play for -1 yards. And then guess what? Give me another 6-yard left side out route that would not even get the first down if he caught it. That's what I want to see. It was 2 drives in a row that maybe what is happening. It's the same thing over and over again. But that's offensive play calling. I think that's an issue. Offensive line has been an issue. There was a play action. It was play action. Mac Jones, both edge rushers got off their blocks instantly, phased through their blocks, and sacked Mac Jones before he even got the look down field. From both sides, not like, oh, one dude gets out and you should be able to run away from him. Even if you run away from both sides, I mean the O-line, that's an issue. Third issue, I would say, I don't think I'll say wide receiver talent. There's receiving. There's enough at least average guys. I don't think that's the issue. But I think there's a lot of giving up on play. There's something suspect going on, and it's even among. Oh, I only got 1 minute left, and it's even among the everything. Just people giving up on plays. The touchdown that Josh Allen threw, giving up. Devontae Parker, Mac Jones had a crazy scrambling for 10 seconds out by the 50-yard line. Gets back to throw it in bounds, throw it to Parker. Parker's halfway to the locker room. Parker's 5 yards out of bounds when he's doing this. I don't know how. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Mac Jones top 5. Here's the funny thing. Patriots can still make the playoffs. They got 2 easy wins coming up. Against the Cardinals and the Raiders. And then you got 3 games left. You got Vikings, Bengals, Bills. Here's what the Patriots need. They need God to be their most valuable player. They need bad weather in these games. They literally need an act of God. If you play this Dolphins team in a rainy, snowy game, 15 degrees, they win. That's how they make the playoffs, 10 wins. Boom. That's 5 minutes, I think.
Wow, that is fantastic.
And it's actually 9 wins if they just beat the Dolphins, but Bengals snow game, 3-yard pass game. I don't know.
Wow, that was actually some of the best analysis, and that might be the best segment we've ever put out.
Yeah,
I mean that just the wow. I mean, I
agree
with a lot.
Is that I spent too much time doing actual analysis and didn't get to flesh out my act of God sort of funny analogy I heard on the radio by Mike Felger, not sponsored. Unfortunately. I gotta give credit where
some dude is not sponsoring us.
No,
it's some random guy.
I have to give credit because that whatever act of God thing I was trying to do, that's not mine. I didn't come up with that. Someone guy just said Mike Felger for local Boston Sports Radio. He said that, and I heard it on the air earlier tonight.
Hey, shout out Mike.
There you go.
Whatever.
I don't know. Let's move on. Keep it going here.
That was great. Yeah, that was fantastic. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that up because that felt like that had pacing. I felt like it got better as we went. All right, so I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start the timer.
Yeah. You have your own timer, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah,
I got it here. So listen, I'm wearing the jersey. All right, this is because I'm so hard on the Cowboys as a fan because I'm pessimistic. I've seen them be good. I've seen them be bad, but most of all, I've seen them be unprepared and undisciplined. And I'm actually not going to harp on that. Although I could say that in the first game possession of this Sunday night game against the Colts, they go 3 and out, punt, and then a gunner straight up runs directly into a guy who was calling for the fair catch. He seemed to have been trying to pull back and was losing his balance, but it looked like live. He just ran 100 miles directly at him. And, I know that we texted to each other, classic Cowboys. There's nothing else to say. I expect nothing less at this point from this team. Meanwhile, Mike McCarthy is looking just like an idiot on the sideline, as always, has no idea what's going on. He's shocked, cannot believe that something like this could actually happen to the team that he coaches, that he's in charge of. But we won't get too much on that because I actually want to, that is a perfect transition that Mike McCarthy may be certainly one of the most disrespectful and disgraceful hires in recent history, except to maybe the head coach on the other side, Jeff Saturday. Yes, I am yielding the rest of my Cowboys time to talk about Jeff Saturday. Okay, Okay, so he came in and he beat the Raiders. All right, congrats. I'm happy for you. Okay, and he plays the Eagles tough. That's fine. Okay, but this guy was an offensive player, and I don't say he's an offensive coach because he wasn't a coach. He's not a coach. He's a coach right now, but he is not an offensive coach. He was an offensive player who became a head coach. Okay, and the whole idea was 2 things, right? He's going to get the offense together. Okay, and specifically the position he played, offensive line, and he's a leader of men. Okay, last night was a perfect example. of him not doing either of those things. The best part of the Colts is the defense. And he's an offensive player. He's not even a coach. He's not even an offensive coach. He's just the head coach at this point. And a leader of men. I saw his team give up. I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, I know that they stayed in it for 2 or 3 quarters against a good Cowboys team. A good defense, certainly. But the offense of the Colts is still a complete mess. It was a mess with Frank Reich. Some will say, hey, it's because of Matt Ryan. It's because of X, Y, and Z, because the linemen are bad. Except we know on paper this team should be better with Frank Reich or with Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday is supposed to bring it all together and make it better. And look, we still got Matt Ryan looking terrible. Offensive line can't protect. They're not like they should have gotten 180 yards against the Cowboys on the ground. The Cowboys are terrible against the run, and they didn't, right? Who do you point to? He was the guy who was supposed to come in here and make the offensive line better. And I haven't seen it. And then on top of that, the whole thing, like, regardless, he's a leader of men. Okay. He's a real smart guy. The team's going to rally against him. Players love him. Okay. He's just the ultimate leader. And we got the fourth quarter. Defensively, guys are just not tackling. Tony Pollard just walking into the end zone, basically. On offense, they're just Matt Ryan just throwing it wherever. The line is like basically having him get killed. He's fumbling the ball like usually. He's got like I think 25 fumbles and ints combined on the year or something. You can't say like, oh, this was Jeff Saturday.
30.
Like it wasn't Jeff Saturday's, like, he didn't make this, but this is now his party. This is him. He's the leader. Mm-hmm. And my final thing, he's on the pregame show talking with, I think, Tony Dungy. And Tony Dungy asks him about the timeout thing. Like, hey, you didn't take that timeout late in that game last week, and you kind of fumbled the bag, and everybody's killing you for it. And he said he wasn't upset about the time management. He was upset that his guys weren't prepared for that situation, that he was upset that he hadn't practiced what he expected of them. He hadn't practiced with the team what he expected them to be able to do in a 2-minute drill. In a 2-minute drill. He's an offensive guy. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. And there you go. That is my time. 5 minutes. And it was like 3.5 on Jeff Saturday and the Colts.
He didn't prepare them to play with the coach calling timeouts at horrible times, or not calling timeouts when he should. That's what he was saying. I didn't prepare him for that.
Exactly. Like, just say that you don't know what you're doing. But that's the thing. It's all a farce. It's a complete farce.
Imagine that. But here's the thing with that game. Imagine, right? There's 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point game, I think. Even at 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I believe. And imagine you're there and you're saying, okay, this will be a close game. I got time to go shower, right? I'll go shower. It'll be 10 minutes, all said and done. I'll be back. There'll be like, I'll be back in time for there to be 4 minutes left. I'll get to see, I'll get to see the climax of this game. Maybe it goes to overtime. Imagine you're thinking, then you come back and it's like 4 minutes. I don't know what this was with 4 minutes left, but geez, that was 33. Was it offensive points in the fourth quarter?
Yep.
Jeez. Is that
there was
really
a defensive there was a defensive fumble.
Was it
yeah, return.
Oh, I see. I shouldn't say offensive points. That's what I meant to say. Just points
total points. Yeah.
I mean, that
the 50 burger was really, you love to see it. You really do.